Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader here for Mr. Topstep with your Monday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so Friday was a big day for the bulls. You're seeing a little bit of follow through today. We did 1362.25 in the overnight, and right now the current trade is 1359.75, and we're making a lower high on the 5. We peaked out about 1360.75. So you've got a lower high on the 1 and the 5 if this holds up. Here's my thought today. I've heard from no less than 7 to 10 people this weekend that told me that they were long the close and holding because it's the first day of the month and the first day of the quarter, therefore we have to be up. Okay, that may happen, but the market doesn't have to do anything. The only thing in my experience that the market usually has to do is make it as painful as possible for as many people as possible. And if a great majority of people right now are long just because they think today is the first day of the quarter and therefore this is going to be an easy win, we may really reverse today. So, you know, I say that and I qualify that by saying I'm swing short the market, okay? Full disclosure, I'm short. But I've gotten out of positions before where I have been very profitable because of a prevailing sentiment based upon, you know, the fact that it's the first day of something or this day always does this. The market doesn't have to do anything, okay? We may be up today because of inflows into mutual funds, etc., but we've certainly come a long way in a very short period of time. We've done 1306 to 1362.25 in the matter of 3 sessions. Okay, so if you're long, I'm not saying you know, get out of your longs. What I am saying is, if you've been long for the last 3 days, take some profits, hedge, pull up your stops, and lock in as much as you can. And don't hold on if there's a big pullback today just because you're saying to yourself, well, this pullback can't last because it's supposed to be up today. Don't do that. You do that, then it'll be another 5 or 6, 7, 8 handles before you actually say, oh, I guess the market doesn't have to do that. And that's 5, 6, 7, 8 handles that you don't have to give back to the market. Okay? You took the risk, you take the money, pull your stops up, and keep as much of your money as you possibly can. Okay? Let's look at some support and resistance. Right now, that 60.75 is going to be initial resistance if we go ahead and make a dip. On a break of 57, I'm looking at 52.5. Then I'm looking at 47. Below that, you got the daily pivot 1344.5, 3-day pivot 1341.5, 9-day pivot 1340. So you get and you got the 45 in there. 1344 to 1344.5 is the daily and 45-day pivots. So you've got a support zone there if this market decides it wants to sell off today. Below that, you've got the 3-day and 9-day pivots at 1340 to 1341.5. Okay, so if the daily and the 3-day pivot, if we kind of get an inside nothing day, it looks like the 3 and the 9-day pivot really want to be together. So on a pullback, that's probably going to be your support zone. Okay, so something to look at there. Use stops, be hedged today. Don't just stay in a trade because something is supposed to happen in the market. The market doesn't have to do anything. Okay, that's the big point I want to drive home today to everybody. Okay, have a fantastic day. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade them well, everybody.